Hello everyone. So this is a question from JEE Advanced 2026 paper 2. Consider that the coordinating atoms of the ligands in cis CONH3 4Cl2Cl and MER CONH3 thrice Cl thrice octahedral complexes are at the vertices of an octahedron. Okay. The sum of total number of the triangular faces in both the complexes having one N atom and two Cl atoms at their corner is. Okay. So the chapters involved is coordination compounds. So first, let's talk about cis CONH3 4 Cl2 Cl. Okay. In cis form, similar groups occupy the corners of a single triangular face of the octahedron. Very important. Okay. In cis form, similar groups occupy the corners of a single triangular face of the octahedron, and hence it is called the facial or FAC isomer because they occupy the corners of a single triangular face. So that's why they are also known as facial or FAC isomer. Okay, a regular octahedron has 8 faces. Okay, so this is the first face, second one, third one, fourth one. So there are four above the meridian. This is the meridian, and four below the meridian. So this is the fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, and eighth one. Okay. So a regular octahedron has 8 faces, and you can choose any one face. Since I have mentioned that in cis form, similar groups occupy the corners of a single triangular face, you can choose any one face. Okay. So in cis CONH3 4Cl2 thrice, 3 NH3 groups, or you can say three nitrogen atoms, since it's the coordination atom, will occupy the corner of a single triangular face of the octahedron. That is with respect to diagram. So let's say the 3 nitrogen atoms are present here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is the face that I have selected. Okay. And obviously cobalt is at the center of the meridian. So this is my cobalt. Okay. And you can see N is on adjacent position of cobalt. So that's why it is the cis form. Okay. So we are left with one NH3 ligand. So total we have 6. So 3 we have distributed. So we are left with one NH3 ligand and 2 Cl minus ligand. Okay, so this NH3 ligand, keep this at the top vertex as it's this is form. So I will keep this NH3 or N at the top, and the 2 Cl minus ligand, keep them at the remaining two vertex. So I will keep one here and the other one here. Okay, so giving these vertex numbers, it will help us to understand which phase I am talking about. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the question wants total number of triangular face having one N atom and two Cl atoms at their corner. So this is our aim. Okay. So therefore, in cis CO NH3 4 Cl2 Cl, phase 3 4 5. That is, this is the phase that I am talking about. 3 4 5. You can see there is one nitrogen and there are two Cl. So this is one such phase. And 2 3 4. So I'm talking about 2 3 4. So this is the phase that I am referring to. You can see there is one nitrogen and two chlorine atoms. Satisfies the criteria. Okay, these are the only two phase you can check which satisfies this criteria. That is, we need the phase to have one N atom and two Cl atoms. Okay, so therefore from cis CO NH3 4 Cl2 Cl, we have two such phases. Then let's talk about MER CO NH3 thrice Cl3. Okay, in the transform, three identical ligands lie along a plane which is known as meridian. Very important. In transform, three identical ligands lie along a plane which is known as the meridian. So, with respect to diagram, this is the meridian I'm talking about. Okay? So, therefore, it is also called meridional or MER isomer. Okay, so in MER, CONH3 thrice Cl3, three NH3 groups or three nitrogen atoms, since it is the coordinating atom. Three NH3 groups, or you can also say three N atoms, will occupy position around the meridian of the octahedron. That is, with respect to diagram, so I have the cobalt here and three nitrogen atoms on the meridian, N, 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 N. Okay, so you can see N on opposite position of cobalt. So this and this. That's why it is known as the transform also. Okay, so out of 6 ligands, we are left with 3 Cl minus ligand. So keep them at the remaining vertex. So one Cl here, the other Cl here, and the other Cl here. Okay. So giving these vertex numbers, it will help us to understand which phase I am talking about. Okay. So let's give this guy number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So question wants total number of triangular phase having one nitrogen atom and two chlorine atoms at their corner. Okay. So in mer CO NH3 thrice Cl3 phase 156, that is I'm talking about 156. This is the phase. It has one nitrogen and two chlorine. Similarly, phase 456. So I'm talking about 4, 5, 6, this phase. So here we have one nitrogen atom and two chlorine. Okay. Then 126. So I'm talking about 1, 2, 6, this phase. So here also you have one nitrogen and two chlorine. And 246. So 246, I'm talking about 2, 4, 6. This is the phase. Okay. In this phase also you have one nitrogen and two chlorine. Okay. So these phases satisfy the criteria of having one nitrogen and two chlorine. Okay. So therefore, mer CO NH3 thrice Cl3 has four such phases. Okay. So therefore, the sum of total number of triangular faces in both the complexes having one N atom and two Cl atoms at their corners is 6. So the answer is 6. And 2 is from the cis CONH3 4 Cl2 Cl, and 4 are from the mer CONH3 thrice Cl3. Okay, thank you.